Good.
So I have the pleasure of introducing our speaker today, Mike Nee. He's got so many initials after his name, letters that, it practically exhausts the alphabet. He's a DTM, and we all know what that is, Distinguished Toastmaster, CFA, CPA, and he's got an MBA in finance from Maryland. So he's a very credentialed person. He's currently a branch chief at SEC, dealing with broker-dealer regulatory matters. Prior to that, he worked at the Public Company Accounting Oversight Board, PCOAB, and the accounting firm, PricewaterhouseCoopers. More importantly for us, he's a former member of our club. He participated in 3 clubs at the same time, if you can imagine. Does that show commitment? He's coached over 200 kids in public speaking. He has an online program, Speak to Lead, which I hope he'll tell us about. So his accomplishments, that isn't enough. I'm sure you won't be surprised to learn that he's won 2nd place in the 2017 USA Yoga Virginia State Competition. So we are really happy to have him. So join me in welcoming back Mike Nee, our former member and wonderful guest speaker.
Martha, I'm so honored when you talk about the CFA, CPA, MBA. People say, Mike, you're a AAA person. I said, no, I got a D now, DTM. 3 years ago, I was interviewing with SEC in front of 3 senior officers. This is a branch chief position application. The senior officer, Tom, facing me, solemn and serious, said, Mike, what skills do you bring to this table? Then I started my answers. 2 weeks later, I got my offer for this branch chief position. I think this is Toastmaster skills and making me ahead of the curve. So today, I'm going to share with you my 3 stories or 3 experiences, how Toastmasters broaden my career perspective and leave my heritage or influence, and lastly, make me become a better person. I joined Toastmaster in 2008. A year later, I joined our FDIC club. It's dear and near to my heart. I talked to Martha, Sally, Al, right, Katie, Lisa, so many familiar names. Even Victor and Dale Nelson are not in the club today. I found FDIC club is my home club. I feel nostalgia when Martha called me. Because through this club, I met so many friends, and also most importantly, I started to formulate my idea to become a government federal financial regulation agency career. I talked with Sally, she introduced me a few topics, and I started to pay attention to CFTC, SEC, now I got it. And I still remember when I had a conference call, the phone interview with SEC. This is the first screening interview. I was sitting in the hotel, the Hilton Hotel downtown, because I cannot do that in office, right? And there's the background music. I'm playing. I try to answer the question in a concise way. Weeks later, I was called into the office interview with SEC. And after joining the agency, one day my supervisor, Carrie, said, Mike, I still remember I phone interviewed so many people. I like your answers the most. It is short, precise, and concise. And I just get what I want to hear. I said, I did not tell her that this is the table topics technique. You only have 1 minute, just go for it. Yeah, so after that, when I applied for the branch chief position, do you know how important it is? I find a distinguished Toastmaster. Her name is Laura. In a Panera Bread shop on Sunday afternoon, I spent 2 hours with her. She asked me mock questions. I gave her a record. She evaluated me. I replay. So that interview skills through Toastmasters really helped me to get this job. think of that, Toastmasters have a natural way to evaluate people, right? They tell you what they think, what they feel, what sounds right, smells right, and that's why you improve. They think I cannot even resist that temptation. 2 months ago, Jake Clayton was installed as our SEC chair. I talked with Jake Clayton. Picking a town hall meeting speech, about 30 minutes. Great speech. But there's something I don't like. So the second day, I wrote him an email.
Wow.
No, right? I said, Jay, love your speech, inspirational. But there are certain things I wanted you to improve on. As a Toastmaster, I feel this is important to me.
That's bold.
I was crazy. And
Yes, you were.
About 20 minutes later, he sent me back. Mike, awesome advice. I'm going to take heed of that in the future. Can I meet you sometime, when I visit the divisions? See, I get an immediate connection with the chair.
Wow.
So think of that, Toastmasters open so many doors to me.
Yeah.
And they just elevated my career perspective, put me in a positive trajectory. So think of that, when you open for a new career in your new things, find a Toastmaster help you to polish, to dry run, to improve. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's why Toastmaster elevated my career visibility and the prospect. Now move on to the second thing is how Toastmaster helped me to leave my footprint. Sam is my mentor. He used to be the chief financial officer with the Department of Labor, DOL. Once he told me, Mike, there are 3 things you need to know for your life. You learn new things, you make new friends, and leave a footprint. That's all Toastmasters about, right?
Yeah.
We learn new things every day. We visit clubs, we make new friends, and we leave our footprint. About 2 weeks ago, I traveled to Pittsburg. My brother was in town from China. I just signed up a local club meeting, and my brother gave his speech, speaker speech. And my brothers received my evaluation, and my kids, Chris and Kevin,
Are these cute kids or what?
they did a table topic speech. The funny thing is, local people tell me what's going on, what's the best bar, what's the best restaurant. They know money is amazing. Think of that. You meet local people, and you just open the new doors. Think of that, right? So I talked with the beautiful lady here. I think Lena, your children, grandchildren in South Carolina, right? I will not visit South Myrtle Beach. I just signed up there for vacation. I just signed up a local club. Thursday evening at the beach, I just took my boys there to give speech, meet local people,
Wow.
local churchgoers. It's just wonderful. And about 6 years ago, when I saw my kids was shy in school, I said, why not? As a Toastmaster, I cannot tolerate that. I said, I need to do something. I volunteered as PTA board member. I just set up this public speaking for kids in the Fairfax County Public School System. Through that, I think, why not benefit more kids? I have online, with social media, I have an online program now called Speak to Lead. Through online, this is my Speak to Lead website. There are 3 distinguished Toastmasters. One of them is a Division 27 governor. Wonderful speaker, Mo Hamilton. Anybody know Mo Hamilton? Yeah, Lisa knows her. Inspirational speaker. She's my coach. Hi, Carlos. Yep. And I encourage or even enlist our Toastmasters to coach the kids. They love that. Yeah, the kids grow just exponentially. Last night I got an email from Bridgette. She's a 5th grade student in Sacramento, California. She used my Speak to Lead student for a few semesters. She said, Coach Mike, I wrote this letter because I spoke at the commencement speech, commencement ceremony in my elementary school graduation event. In front of 100 students and parents, I gave the wonderful speech. The teachers cried.
Oh.
Yeah. My parents are awed by my presentation skills. I said, I cannot do this without your coaching. Thank you so much, Mike. when I read her email, my heart was melted. My eyes just welled, my throat was, sore. I found that's how we leave our footprint, right? For the 5th grade, Bridgette can overcome the stage fear. Her limit is unlimited, right? And think of that. So the way, the heritage, the influence I instill to them, I would say that's the most rewarding experience I have had. And not only I recruit the Toastmaster to be a coach for the kids, when I attended the 2016 the World International Convention in DC, anybody went to the convention last year? It's local, you gotta go. I met at Tate into the hotel bar.
You're doing a great job.
Yeah, Martha is my promoter. Ed Tate was the 2003 world champion of international speaking. I said, Ed, why not you give an online keynote speech to my students? He was so readily, happily accepted over, because you know what? Ed was a starter. He couldn't speak well in his elementary school age. He was bullied many times. Through years of practice and mental toughness, he overcome the barrier, become world champion. It's a very inspirational story. So Ed Tate gave this wonderful speech to our students, and he becomes my advisor because he see the value of Toastmasters. He see the kids when they have a way to speak confidently and eloquently, and they can still have courage. They can be good people, be good person, good leader, good writer, good speaker for many things. So that's why I told you many times: one door is open, more doors open. Right? When Carlos, you are the president. See how many challenges you have to deal with, but how many rewarding things you have enjoyed, right? Think of that. It's a wonderful experience being Toastmasters, and I found the way I influence kids and influence people around me would be a better person. I think Martha told me earlier, every time when I give speech, I record myself. Sally also said that, because I want to be a better person, be a better speaker. I show this speech to my coach, to my mentor. They evaluate me. And so next time I'll be better. And what called the open mindset. When you have the growth mindset, you grow faster. Okay. So that's the way I always challenge myself. What can I do next? What can I be a better person, a better speaker, a better leader? Through my influence, people in my team, at work, when they have the most important speech in front of the senior leadership, I said, Saeed, come to my office. Or Don, come to my office. Let's do a dry run. You present in front of me, I give you evaluation. The first time they don't like it. They say, why?
That's hilarious.
But I enticed them to come here. I gave them, so turn out they did a wonderful presentation. They see the benefits of it. And after that, they say, Mike, can we do a dry run again? And they feel addicted. So I become a better person, a better influencer, a better change agent. Lifelong learning is always in my heart. So when I, continue to listen to books on CD, 7 Habits, the Growth Mindset, all the different good books. Tonight I'm going to speak in front of the Department of Education in Virginia. When Virginia board comes to town, they always have a public hearing. I'm going to speak because as a CPA, I'm upset about the budget and the money wasted. I want to talk about that because taxpayers, these are my money.
Right.
Not waste. You cannot abuse it. So
Right.
I want to share my views as a disciplined financial professional, how you can balance your budget, how to put the money to the most, the highest priority, which is education for my kids. So I really encourage you to think Toastmaster is one step of your important, trajectory for your journey. Keep your open mindset, growth mindset. Grow continuously, make new friends, learn new things, leave your footprint, and prosper in your career. With that, I'm going to say thank you so much for your encouragement. And Martha, any questions? I want to open up. Okay, go ahead.
How do you stay motivated? Do you ever get sort of overwhelmed by something in your life that you think, oh, I don't have time to develop myself, or I don't have time to do Toastmasters? How do you keep yourself motivated?
How to keep myself motivated? I think in the Steve Covey's book, 7 Habits, one thing is do not stay, the first thing first, remember the first habit. So do not stay in the thick of things. When you bury yourself in the minutiae and important things, you lose the momentum, you lose the target. So when I have usually every Monday morning, when I think of what's my goal for this week, I always have a target, the goals. And I have a personal logo called Eat the Frog. Have you heard about this? Frog is ugly, right? Mm-hmm. It's ugly. But I force myself to take over the most difficult, the loathsome thing first for that week. The second part of week is more like cruise and surfing because you already handle the most work. We tend to delay the thing you don't like.
Yeah.
You want to do the easy things, make a phone call, but things you read the memo, you really want to do it, you wait the last minute. So I reverse that, so eat the frog. So that will keep me motivated. People say, why not you have 2 frogs? How do you do that, Lisa? You eat the uglier one.
First.
All right, any other question? Carlos, anything you want to ask?
Yeah, it was related to your first question, but more on the side of stress. So it seems like you have a lot going on, and they're all, in my view, very important. You have a very good position. You want to help kids. You want to invest time and affect your community, but not all of them can have full attention at any given time. So how do you manage stress and time?
So time management and stress management. I think yoga helped me stay calm and stress release. So I'm a morning person. When I go to 6 a.m. yoga class, through this meditation, I can, think of a meditation like sandbox or the snowflake box. When you put it down, all the small things, noises come down, your water get clear. It applies to us also. So the morning when I sedate and meditate, my mind clear. So certain things, important things pop up, I focus on that one. All the stressful, unrelated, distracted things, I just let them go. So I don't keep that bad influence in me, I just dismiss that. So stress management I think that's the way I do that. Time management, I think eat the frog can answer the question, right? Yeah, so procrastination is not me. So when I present this speech, when I drive, I just record my speech. When this speech, I record, I listen, listen. And a few times, I don't need to read the script anymore. I just talk. So when you do your important speech, you just record yourself. And to listen a few times, you don't need to read anymore. Remember the first, always people said, don't read. I said, why not read? You listen, you become your own words. So stress management, time management, I do that. Meditation, and also prioritization. Anything else?